Antarctica, the south pole of the Earth, is surrounded by many conspiracy theories, and this is not surprising. This continent is the furthest from the rest, and therefore the least studied. These conspiracy theories surrounding Antarctica, it is almost impossible to survive on it without special equipment, food supplies, shelters, and especially alone. Therefore, there are very few people here, but there may be alien bases, secret government underground bunkers, or ancient pyramids. Pyramids of ancient civilizations. Let's start with the very pyramids. Almost every year, yellow articles appear in the network about the fact that another pyramid was found in Antarctica. For example, in 2016, hundreds of sites posted the news about the discovery of 3 pyramids in the Antarctic at once, standing in a row. In height, they were more than a kilometer. Conspiracy theories surrounding Antarctica. Pyramids. In Antarctica, archaeologists and historians do not know of any ancient civilization that would live in any time in Antarctica. In addition, such massive and high buildings would require much more human resources than all the pyramids of Egypt and South America combined. However, supporters of such theories are convinced that people lived on this continent a very, very long time, tens of millions of years ago, and now there are simply no traces of them left, except for those same pyramids. And that, in those days, the climate here was almost tropical, and according to scientists, all the pyramids discovered in Antarctica are nothing but ordinary mountains, and that even tens of millions of years ago, the climate here was not so mild, and certainly in those times, people did not live here. The earliest human-like creatures appeared only about 3 million years ago. Nazi secret base. There is a conspiracy theory, according to which the Nazis before their collapse managed to build a secret base in the ice of Antarctica and hid there on submarines after the defeat in 1945. This theory comes from the declassified documents that in 1938, the Nazis sailed to the Antarctic for a scientific expedition and were looking for something special there. Some even attribute newcomers here. They say it was with the help of their technology that the Nazis were able to build a large base deep underground. The entrance to it looks like a cave, and still on the maps of Antarctica, enthusiasts find various unusual holes, which are immediately called the entrance to the base of the Nazis. Atlantis is hidden under the ice of Antarctica. Some theorists are convinced that we still cannot find the legendary Atlantis due to the fact that its remains are safely hidden under the ice of Antarctica. This theory is based on the thoughts of Professor Charles Helgood, who in the 1950s suggested that, in ancient times, a developed civilization existed on the territory of Antarctica. Hanged himself brought this thought from the fact that about 12,000 years ago, Antarctica was not covered with ice, and there could theoretically be people. In 1995, another theorist, Graham Hancock, developed this theory in his book The Traces of the Gods, claiming that their deities sailed to the Aztecs, Mayans, and the ancient Egyptians from Antarctica, where the remains of the surviving Atlanteans took refuge. Rectangular icebergs in Antarctica built aliens. In early 2019, a photograph of a rectangular iceberg off the coast of Antarctica surprised and disturbed people around the world, and then another rectangular iceberg was photographed. These icebergs were so smooth and large that they could be seen from space. Many, of course, immediately suggested that this was not a natural phenomenon, and icebergs were neatly cut from the thickness of the ice. And of course, this is beyond the power of people, which means this is the work of the aliens. Scientists are convinced that such icebergs are natural and are called table icebergs. They just very smoothly break away from the glacier. Emergency landing of a UFO in Antarctica at the end of 2018. Enthusiasts, studying Google Earth maps, discovered a strange object in the Antarctic region, which, as if from somewhere, fell and left behind a large and very even rut. A version with a crash UFO was proposed. The trail from the object began from the top of the mountain and, according to theorists, UFO touched the mountain and then fell down, rolling down on the ice. Geologists have suggested that we are dealing simply with a large block of ice that has come down from the mountain. The crater in Antarctica is the entrance to the interior of the Earth. In January 2019, scientists from NASA and the German Aerospace Center discovered a large crater deep under the ice of Antarctica. The crater was recognized on satellite images that were taken back in 2006. According to scientists, this crater could have left a piece of that asteroid, which fell to Earth 65 million years ago and destroyed dinosaurs. Theorists, however, did not convince this version. Why are you sure this is just a crater? Maybe this is the very entrance to the underground Nazi base, or the entrance to the hollow Earth. Google is hiding something in Antarctica. In March 2018, a video appeared on the channel of Conspiracy Theories on YouTube, according to which Google deliberately hides on its maps certain areas in Antarctica. What for? Maybe he hides secret bases or a UFO crash site? Every time when the author of the video with the weather sensor turned on tried to go to a certain place in Antarctica, a huge red cross popped up on his maps. Curiously, Google has not explained what kind of failure or anomaly. Entrances to the underground base in 2013. Enthusiasts discovered two clear and strange holes in Google Earth in Antarctica, similar to the entrances to caves. These holes were hard to call failures on the map since they look very natural. But what is it? According to ufologists, this can be either an entrance to an underground alien base or a Nazi base. Neither before nor after such clear and natural caves in the Antarctic have they found it anymore. So were these caves or really something unusual? Antarctica does not exist. There is a strange theory that Antarctica and the South Pole in general do not exist. It is spread by fans of the flat Earth theory. According to their version, the North Pole is the center of the Earth plate, and the South Pole is the land that is its rim. And not just a rim, according to the landowners, Antarctica is an ice wall not less than 60 meters high, which protects people and animals from falling over the edge of the Earth. And we don't know about it just because the government forbids even flying to the South Pole. They also claim that Captain Cook himself allegedly swam up to this wall and saw it with his own eyes. This wall covered the entire horizon line and he could not bypass it or go through it. In Antarctica, the Nazis hide their flying saucers. This theory claims that the Nazis did not just create a base in Antarctica, and there they also hid their flying machines, similar to flying saucers. And what if the Americans and the British knew about it perfectly and repeatedly tried to destroy this base, including even if they threw a nuclear bomb on it in 1958? Conclusion: the allure of Antarctic conspiracy theories. Antarctica, the most remote and inhospitable continent on Earth, has long been a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. Its vast, unexplored ice sheets and extreme conditions make it the perfect canvas for wild speculation, ranging from ancient pyramids and lost civilizations to secret Nazi bases and extraterrestrial activity. While scientists dismiss most of these claims as misinterpretations of natural phenomena, the allure of Antarctica's mysteries persists. Theories about hidden pyramids, underground Nazi facilities, and even the lost city of Atlantis thrive due to the continent's isolation and limited accessibility. The lack of concrete evidence only fuels speculation, allowing imagination to fill in the gaps. Meanwhile, anomalies like rectangular icebergs or unusual satellite images are often seized upon as proof of something extraordinary, despite scientific explanations. Perhaps the most extreme belief is the flat Earth claim that Antarctica is actually a massive ice wall guarding the edge of the world. A notion that contradicts centuries of verified geography and physics. Yet, like many conspiracy theories, it persists because it offers an alternative narrative to established knowledge. Ultimately, Antarctica remains one of the last great frontiers on Earth, a place where science and myth collide. While researchers continue to uncover its secrets, the enigma surrounding the frozen continent ensures that conspiracy theories will endure, captivating those who seek mysteries beyond the ordinary. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. I love hearing from you. Check out more videos on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.